What's up? What's up?
And we're on. So what's up, man? I'm here with Sami Rahman right now of many things, and I kind of want him to tell you all about it. So, Sammy, what's going on, man?
Nothing. Chilling, hanging.
Mattress Food himself sitting across from me, man.
Mattress Food. Actually,
It's multiple people, right?
actually, R.I.P. Mattress Food.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's talk about that for a second.
Well,
I just listened through Ventures in Technicolor again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the album. I'm super proud of Mattress Food and shit. So Mattress Food basically was me for 2 years or something, and I was recording everything in my basement and shit and playing the drums, and I called it Mattress Food. Because I feel like I just wasn't maybe confident enough to do it under my own name or something. Do you know what I mean?
Under a Sami Rahman thing?
Yeah.
What, you mean Adventures in Technicolor you were doing by yourself?
I don't know. There are a couple albums that are super fucking lo-fi.
On the backlog.
Yeah.
That's just
I did. Yeah. Which are cool. I can't really listen to them now. You know what I mean? They're pretty cringy for me to listen to.
You're fucking telling me, man.
Yeah. But so I was doing that, and then I wanted to play live. So then I hit up everyone who was in the band, and that was Paul, Wallace, and Adam. And then we did it for a while, and then we were playing shows, and we were had the album for a while written, and we just hadn't it was taking a while to record. But throughout that whole process, I was just kind of getting tired of rock music and it wasn't my thing anymore.
Well, I'm honestly to talk about that album really quick, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Very middle of the road sound, but good middle of the road sound. It was almost I don't know, each song sounded like you took your favorite 90s hits and 2000 hits and kind of morphed them into your own shit. And it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Fucking So New is probably up there in Real World.
Word.
It's definitely up there.
Hell yeah.
Those were tight. Do have to say, and your New York song, bro, you don't smoke, man. What are you talking about, dog?
Yeah, I was smoking. I smoke now, but I smoke by myself.
Yeah, a therapeutic
sometimes
thing.
Yeah, it just
feel
started.
That's how people grow up with weed.
Yeah, but it was weird. When I wrote that song, I was a big fucking pothead, 24/7.
Oh damn! So these are pretty old.
Yeah. I think most of the songs were written probably end of 2018.
Oh shit!
And it didn't come out until November 2019.
Yeah,
it was a while. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but so they were written, and then honestly, I didn't write any songs on guitar.
Really?
After that.
After
I was
that.
just
Okay.
tired. I was listening to a lot of hip hop and electronic shit, and I was rock doesn't feel exciting to me.
I feel literally today. I just I had this old song with guitars and synths and drums on it. Not really old, but I was this can be cool. But I pretty much took out all the realness of it and threw hot samples and loops and shit on it. And I'm now it's way better.
It's cool because I feel there was a period of time where people were fuck electronic music, man. Fuck digitally produced shit. That shit's fake. But
recently?
Maybe the middle of the 2000s when I was 10 years old, so I don't really have a place to talk. But you know what I mean?
No, totally.
Yeah,
because
and
that's
so many
before that's before Skrillex and Deadmau5 came to the forefront of mainstream.
Yeah.
And so people were kind of just what even is it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's video game music,
and then
whatever.
I feel it was the trap aesthetic got really fucking popular, and I feel you could be a singer-songwriter now and not make guitar ballads or whatever the fuck.
All you need is a keyboard. You need that one thing. You can have a guitar, but you better be doing seventh chords and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That.
But so I feel there's a place for definitely totally analog music made by human beings. Of course that will always be a fucking thing.
Yeah.
But I feel rock music that's just a band. It's just kind of boring to me.
It's going down the tubes for sure.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to be that's hot.
Yeah.
And honestly, the less is more for me. the only band stuff I listen to now is like demos of bands. Like I love old Real Estate when they're recording in their living room and
Yeah,
shit.
word.
Like stuff like that. That's the kind of band stuff I like.
Yeah.
And where it's just like this sounds like garbage, but it's
Yeah.
like also
But
so
that's like
heartful.
a thing too. That's
Mhm.
like taking something and that's like pretty and clean and making it a little like fucking like shoegaze or something.
Mhm.
Like that's, you know what I mean? I feel like that's like a thing that's really kind of a current thing too. Like the retro, like a lot of music is very nostalgic.
Oh, especially like future funk and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is basically like the evolvation of vaporwave and
Yeah.
stuff
Like
like that.
vaporwave. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like that whole like that's a good point of like how back like when we were growing up, like probably listening to System of a Down and shit like that, angsty bands are everything.
Yeah.
And like even like a band using synthesizers, like it had to be like you're using synthesizers. You
Yeah.
can't have like a noodle in there, you know, like you're either the Killers or you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back then at least. And I feel like now after we've had like these big waves of like what would you call it? What's the word? Not nostalgic. It's like something you would like pick like something temporary. What's the fucking word? Novelty. That's
Yeah,
it. And
yeah,
it was an N. Where like we had that dubstep like the whoa, this I was not expecting that
Yeah.
drop thing. And then you have like the Dead Mouse era, and then you had like the whole EDM huge wave with like all those crazy festivals that everyone was going to in 2020, 2012 and shit like that, you know? I feel like that was like a huge wave, like the whole FL Studio wave, you know? And I think like now we passed the vaporwave wave too, like with like Macintosh Plus being on every meme, you know? But like there's actual vaporwave artists, there's actual good dubstep artists, and I feel like for us to accept electronic music, we have to be like, yeah, that's pretty dumb. And then like the next time you hear it, you're like,
Yeah.
this song's fire.
No, that's true though. Because I feel like anytime there's like kind of a new genre or like a new movement or something, there has to be like something that maybe isn't like the best version of that thing.
Yeah.
But it's like it paves the way, and then other people will like.
I feel like the
like,
whole
I
trap
feel
and
like-
clout rap thing was like
Yeah.
that too. There was a lot of like, what the fuck?
Or like even now, like fucking like Old Town Road, which I think fucking slaps, but like people would call it like a novelty song.
It
But
is a
now people
novelty
are straight
song.
up like making like auto-tuned fucking trap country ballads.
People
and
were
that's
doing
like
that
dope.
before Old Town Road.
Yeah.
He just brought it to fruition.
It's like he was like the crest of the wave, and now it's just like in culture.
He was that straw that broke the camel's back. And
Yeah.
then everyone can grab the
Yeah,
tasty fruits
but
off
that's
the
why
camel's
it's
back.
like super like I feel like a lot of like that's what I mean. Like not to say that rock music is like old or like dated by itself, but I feel like a lot of people who are in bands don't embrace the music that's happening right now, and it's just really annoying to me.
And they're trying to sound.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, like that's a lot of what I got with Adventures in Technicolor, and I can see why you're totally over that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was really well done, like really well recorded. Like the songs are so just like I could hear any one of these on the radio
Yeah,
type
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
you know? But like I can see like how after doing something so rock, so indie, I wouldn't call it so rock. Like what the fuck does
Yeah,
that even
yeah.
mean? But you know what I mean? Like
But
very,
it's like really poppy. Like
You
I
put
was,
it
I was
on,
really trying
this
to
is a-
write like
yeah.
hooks and like choruses and shit.
It reminded me of like a lot of those like alternative bands that weren't huge, like old Death Cab at some times.
Yeah.
I got that vibe
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. It was really, really good stuff. But like it's totally not the thing anymore. Like
Yeah.
you don't even see that, or like if you do that, like a lot of bands today are doing the whole like psych rock thing, at least in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of these psych rock bands where it's like new album, new EP, new EP. And it kind of blurs together after a while.
Yeah.
I'm just happy as fuck it's not pop punk, because that
Yeah.
wave is a little bit dead now.
Yeah, definitely.
That was like 2 years ago. Remember that? It just came back for no fucking reason. Philly was just pop punk for like
Yeah.
a minute
I
again.
was never really into pop punk, and yeah, especially like during Mattress Food when we were playing shows and stuff. Like the bands were good. Like, I'm not to say they're just like no band ever was something where I was like, this is so exciting. Like, it was a lot of like pop punk bands, a lot of like
Mhm.
emo stuff, a lot of like mathy, twinkly stuff, which is cool. It was just very like, I don't know.
Yeah, we also passed that emo phase like 2 times now in Philly. Of
Yeah.
like the revival and then the fake after revival and then the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, it's just all been done before, and I've really turned my head to when I see different shit on stage, like the one of the front man open up a laptop or some shit, or it's like,
Hmm.
is that a fucking iPad next to his keyboard? Oh,
Yeah.
can't imagine what happens here. Like Petite Celine or whatever. You ever hear of them?
No.
Like people eating fruit play with them at Bourbon and Branch, and they just seemed like a normal band at first. We're like, oh cool, these guys are gonna do some stuff.
Mm.
And then like they start painting their face in the green room, and we're like, yo.
Yeah.
And then like we get down there and like, they're setting up iPads and drum machines
Yeah,
and
fuck yeah.
synthesizers and loopers. And she like lives loop her voice, and like the other two are like auxiliary, like band, kind of like bass and guitar, but
Uh-huh.
like mad shoegazy stuff and like all these loops. Bro, so fucking cool.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Hmm.
But all those things you can go down to your local guitar center and buy. Like,
Yeah.
no one wants to try the hard stuff. No one wants to be a little weird. Because I feel like, I don't know, at least most people want to have that cliche experience. Want to have the, I'm in front of the stage going, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
and I'm singing my song, simple as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like that's like a romantic thing with any musician, no matter how like I'm edgy and cool. Like
Uh-huh.
there's just like that inch of you that wants to do that. But even though like, you know, you're probably wasting your own time and other people's, it's just like fun to do that cheesy shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what a lot of people lean to. It's like, fuck it, let's just do the fun stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Or let's just cover a bunch of songs.
Which is
know?
like cool. Like if
Well, yeah,
your
which is also
song is
cool.
good enough and like you have a good voice or you're like singing super like people in the audience can feel the emotion coming off you, then like fucking do that. Like fucking kill it. But yeah, like it's just a lot of shows are just the same. Not to say that I'm any better. Like I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I'm
like,
not to say I'm any better either, but
Yeah.
it's personal preference at least. Like
Yeah.
I've just heard it so many times, and I'm sure you have too. Like that's why I'm really into the Sami Rahman thing, because like I knew you were Mattress Food,
Thank you.
and then like you sent over like No Thunder or some shit like a while ago. And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I love it when people in bands are like, yo, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah.
Like. Like, yes, you should have been doing that from the beginning.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like, because I'm always the person saying, don't wait on other people. Just do what you want to fucking, just do it. Learn
Yeah.
it and do it. And that's always fucking dope to see. And so
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
what you're doing now, too. Like,
yeah, word. Thank
fuck,
you.
man, you're always changing your sound with this stuff. Like,
Yeah. I think I'm like figuring out because when I first start, so first like Mattress Food was still like the main gig.
yeah, I was going to ask, like, so, like, what, I'm sure, pretty sure you were in Mattress Food while Sami Rahman,
Yeah.
the solo act, was
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out. So like, how did that like that whole like dynamic work out? Where anyone like, oh, dude, you're not gonna put time towards this, or
Well,
you
it
get
wasn't like
anything like
because
that?
it was weird because like Mattress Food was just me originally, and I was like I like the whole time I wrote all the songs and I wrote like most of the parts, like most of the drum parts and stuff.
You're pretty much like being like, hey, it goes like this.
Yeah,
to the other
yeah,
people.
yeah. And I would try to like let other band members like contribute stuff, but honestly, a lot of the time I'd be like, I don't, that's not how I pictured the song that I
Yeah.
wrote going, which is like hard for anyone to deal with, I'm sure.
Totally.
But so yeah, so it was like the beginning of 2018, the middle of 2018. I broke my ankle. So Mattress Food is still fully going at this point. Like we were a band. And I broke my ankle, and so I was like stuck in my house for a while. And I had like a drum machine or something, and I just like started making these like, I don't know, it was all different shit. Like some of it was like synth poppy stuff, some of it was like fucking like a super angry like trap rap shit. And I was like, this is fucking cool. This is like you can do so much more with sound, like when I'm not just playing a guitar and singing like fucking indie rock melodies over
totally,
it.
man.
Yeah, and so like that, and then I just grew from there. to and this whole time we were like the album was written pretty much. So I was like I don't know if I would have maybe ended Mattress Food before that, but it was like these songs are so good, we have to record these. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And so I kind of like broke up the band kind of like a month or so after the album came out, and it was like we did it. Like this is cool. I'm glad we did this. I'm proud of it, but I definitely am way more interested in this solo stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just how it goes, man. Like, because I feel like when you work with people, you hinder that creative process,
Hmm.
at least most of the time. Like, it's rare, like people eating fruits a lot like that, where it's just like, I want to do that. It's like, okay. And so it's just like, that sounds great to me too. And like,
Yeah.
everyone's on the same page. That like rarely fucking happens,
Yeah.
man. And I can totally understand the, oh, we gotta fucking record these still, vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a farewell record either,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
a good fucking farewell record too.
Yeah, I think
8 minute
so.
song to end it with
Yeah.
too. That's really dope too. Like,
And it's like cool. I mean, I guess it's cool to burn out rather than fade away.
yeah, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you never
Yeah.
know. Like, leave that shit up there. Someone might find it and be like, "Oh, what? This has got
Yeah.
that like early 2000s vibe, but it came out right now. Oh, we
Yeah.
gotta we gotta
Yeah.
put this on." Like, cause my old emo band like still gets plays, and
Mhm.
like we don't, that's just like dust. And then
Yeah.
like I was
Yeah.
like, "Huh, I wonder what the Spotify for artists is." Oh shit,
Yeah.
and stuff
Word.
like that. So keep your shit up. Like,
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
it's gonna be great. Plus, like, I like listening to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like other people have definitely. I don't know. I'm always like on to the next thing. Like whatever I record, like I'm happy with it, but it's almost like I'm super stoked on something, and then like when I wait for it to be released and I'm like promoting it or whatever. I feel like in that period of time, I'm like I can fucking do better like than this.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
like
how I
if
feel
people
the day I
fucking like
release
it, I'm super happy. But I'm like over everything I've ever made. Which I feel like is good because I'm always just trying to make better stuff.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like putting out a record and be like, "This is tight," but nothing will beat that one thing I did.
Yeah, definitely.
You never want to
Definitely.
think that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Because that reminds me a lot of like George and stuff. How like he really plans his stuff out.
Hmm.
Like, do you ever think about like having someone do that for you? Because like that's
Do what?
like do the promoting, so it takes that
Absolutely.
part away.
Yeah.
Like, you should look
That's
into
my
something
least
like
favorite
that.
part by far. I'm starting to like kind of look into that because it's like honestly promoting and like social media and that stuff, it's like really starting to just bum me out.
Yeah, it's hard. It's gross.
Like I don't want to do that stuff. Yeah, like I didn't even have all I had was a Facebook until Mattress Food started. So like 2018 was when I got a fucking Instagram for the first
Wow.
time. And I've been living my life fucking bopping around fine before that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and now you have all this extra stress.
Yeah.
Of Instagram.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
like fun. It's fun as a thing to have fun with and post stupid shit, but when it's actually like
Oh, you guys really need to see this. I
Yeah.
worked really hard
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Please click this, please. Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally feel that. I'm starting to like get a little sassy with it because I've been
Mhm.
like that forever. Very like new record's coming out. Here's that new
Yeah.
record. There's a new record coming out. Here it is. And so I'm starting to be like trying to make a persona a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you do with like all your beautiful selfies and shit.
Oh,
like
thank you.
just get that like have fun with it, trying to have fun with it, like
Mhm.
make it less serious. And I feel like that gets more engagement anyway. Like the less official you try to look,
Definitely.
but still clean and easy
Yeah.
to maneuver. Not like
That's
some
there
fucking
is a
asshole.
line you have to
Not
because
some-
people they like it's like this makes me laugh, but like do you have music coming
It's
out
like, bro,
or
did
like
you just
what's
put
the
your
deal?
comment? Did you just put your link in the comments on Instagram?
Yeah.
You fucking basic. Like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like stuff like that where it's like you have to be smart with it, but also like the more human you are, the more like, hey, I'm just this guy, but here's this
Yeah.
tune, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we're
yeah.
connecting right now. So if you really like that, here we are. Like you can be a fan. That's simple. I think that's like the way to go anymore.
Mhm.
Because like you look at the big acts on like any like Twitter account or Insta account, no one's super official screaming at you with
Definitely,
exclamation point. I cannot
You're
fucking
good,
talk
you're
today,
good.
man. I have coffee, so I'm like jittery.
Mm.
But that's cool. That's cool. So Sami Rahman started with you diddling around with them drum machines on a broken leg. Or,
Yeah, with crutches and all. Yeah,
damn. And then that's when No Thunder started, the SoundCloud exclusive.
yeah. I think the first solo song I wrote was "Losing Feeling."
Oh yeah.
It was just like super poppy synth.
Wait, that's the one you did the
shit.
music video for, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So like, what's your inspiration for Sami Rahman? Like, who are you listening to that's like, fuck, I want to go down this lane?
The main inspiration that I don't think like I'll ever achieve, but like Frank Ocean is probably like, he's probably like my favorite artist.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just like, I think with my solo music, I'm trying to get like, cause I think like a good pop song, I mean, like Frank Ocean, some people would say he's like R&B. To me, it's like pop music. It's like really melodic
pop R&B.
and like, yeah. And it's like a good pop song has a mix of like super melancholic and like sad, but like if the melody is good, that makes you happy. So it's like
uplifting.
It's like blissful, but like you're fucking sad.
Yeah.
So that's like that's kind of the vibe that I'm trying to. I think like last year, I was just testing out a bunch of genres. I was making like some like hip hop shit, like bars, like spitting shit.
Yeah,
and
fucking what was that one song?
Big Hawk. Yeah, Big Hawk. Yeah. That was just like I just like spit that out. That was
I
just,
remember
like,
when you put that out, like me and Brandon were playing it on my porch, and I was like, damn. We were just like, what the fuck, Sami?
Yeah, but like so it was fun. But I think I'm figuring out like what the feeling I want my music to evoke now more. And it's like stuff like that. It's like a lot of like I really love like Sigur Rós.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean that's how I say it. I've been called out many times by people for that's not how you pronounce it, but that's how
I can't fucking say nostalgia correctly or whatever, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, just like really big, sad, like big emotions stuff. Do you know what I mean?
So Frank Ocean, the other Odd Future cats, maybe like new Tyler stuff at all?
Like I like Tyler. His music's never really like spoken to me like a lot. I'm not
his
like
new stuff. Just like kind of.
I like his new stuff
ballpark.
more. Yeah, like more than like the super kind of like cringy, like edgy stuff. Yeah, like like I probably like Earl Sweatshirt more than Tyler. Who else? I really like Joji.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Have you seen Run, the new music video?
Yeah.
Dude, I
fucking love it. I'm waiting for the album, dude. Like I listened to the album he dropped in 2018 like so fucking much. Like the feeling, like the songs themselves like aren't that like good, you know what I mean? But the feeling that they had, like I don't know, it's just the vibe is like so fucking good. Like I remember I was in college one time and I was just at this kid's house, so I didn't really know that well. And he put on the fucking hair cake video, the Filthy Frank video. That was my first encounter with Filthy Frank. And I was like, I think I was like really like pretty drunk, and I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? And then just didn't really think about it, like showed it to some other people. And then a couple years later, so like realized like Joji, and I was like, this Joji motherfucker looks kind of like Filthy Frank.
Oh my god, dude! I was such a big Filthy fan. I still am. You know, of like the old like Shin and dumb shit he used to do, and like Pink Guy.
Yeah,
you listen to the Pink Guy albums, man. Oh my god! Like even those were like so like catchy in a sense. Like even though he's singing about anal beads and stuff. Yeah. Like I was just talking about this with Brandon, how like and like this kind of goes into the whole Instagram thing of like a platform and like a personality can just build you up, and then you can turn around and be like, hey, I also make music if you're interested. No big deal. This isn't a joke. And then people be like, bro, like, this is amazing. And now look at him. He's literally like crushing it with this music
video.
He's
like a fucking pop star. Like, what the fuck?
He is now. Look at him. Like, he's doing those.
He's so good.
He's like, doing those fucking magazine videos and stuff now.
Like, I feel like Run, especially, is like really like. It sounds like a fucking like Post Malone song, but like really much better than Post Malone.
Yeah, there's like there was like the guitar solo at the end is like so tight.
But like I feel like it was easy to write him off for a while, but I feel like now you can't deny how good his songwriting and his singing and all that shit
like
is.
so well done.
Yeah.
It's so serious and so emotional, and there's no way you can flip it and be like, oh, like Shin's in the back or fucking licking his balls or fucking making ramen or something. Like it's not there at all. And I don't know, I think that's just something to like aspire to be almost. Like, making a joke into something big. I mean, just that's how Odd Future got big, you know?
But I feel like there's also like the fact that he got big on this like super fucking like gross humor. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a kind of something like if someone has a good sense of humor and makes like really emotional music, I feel like there's something there. Like, there's like a self-awareness or like a, I don't know.
Definitely an orange and blue type of like the opposites.
Yeah.
Like making something positive because you're like, oh, that's his pain.
Yeah.
Or something, you know? Because it really is, you know, all comedy comes from pain.
Yeah.
So,
like, I'm trying to think, I can't remember, but I feel like there's a comedian that made some like super fucking sad movie recently or something.
Bo Burnham has been doing really good.
That's kind of true.
Stuff
8th
like
grade,
that. Yeah. I mean, it's like emotional. I wouldn't call it like sad.
Yeah.
Relatable.
But like introspective. Like there's got to be something.
I don't
not
know.
all the time though.
Yeah, not all
some
the time.
people are like comedians, but they do not seem self-aware at all.
What do you mean? Like who? Could you give me an example? I'm huge into comedy. Because like I know Maria Bamford. You know her?
No.
She does like a lot of comedy about like how she's like horribly mental ill, like sad, depression, a million other things, and it's hilarious. But like that's her shtick of like. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
And shit like that. It's really fucking
Definitely,
tight. Yeah. So like, also like you have any examples?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to like.
No, it's okay.
Shit on people.
No, I'm not shitting. Being critical. You know, art is art, man.
I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of like Netflix specials where I'm like, all right, they got on Netflix. Maybe they'll be good. And it's just like, damn.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like punching down humor.
Oh.
So I'm saying, with those people necessarily,
like, that's why I can't get into Workaholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like it's like we're pathetic, and that's the joke. It's like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that what you kind of mean?
I don't know.
Self-deprecating stuff.
I don't know if I'm like I can eloquently voice my thoughts on it. You know what I mean?
It's okay, man. No worries.
Yeah.
Hey, let's switch it up really quick.
All right, whatever.
So I wanted to know how the whole music thing got started for you. You know what I mean? Like, what made it like be like, oh, I want to do this, or like, oh, I want to pick up the guitar and write boring rock music. You know what I mean?
It was like it was a super slow kind of evolution. Honestly, I started in 9th grade. I started playing the drums because before that I'd played like so many instruments for like 6 months and then just been like, fuck this. Like I played the violin for 6 months and like hated orchestra and like I hate teams and shit like that with groups. And I played the trumpet for like 6 months and then quit that. And so in
what is this, grade school?
Yeah, that was probably like middle school. Yeah, 6th grade or something. And in 9th grade I started playing the drums. And that's kind of like when I started like really listening to like good music. You know what I mean?
Could you
like
give me some examples?
I mean, not that I wasn't not listening. I mean, before that I was listening to Linkin Park, arguably incredible.
Arguably, those first 2 records are like really something else.
Yeah,
because they weren't written at that time either. Those were like 5 years old. Those songs. Like
word.
There's like all these old demos of them playing like Numb and shit in basements.
Yeah.
Like,
hell yeah.
Fucking crazy.
But yeah, so I was listening to like a lot of stuff like that before, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But in 9th grade, I kind of discovered like indie rock and shit, and I started listening
to Interpol.
Yeah, like Interpol. Like I listened to The Strokes a lot and like old punk, like Bad Brains and shit like that.
Okay.
And so I started drumming, and I drummed in like some punk bands in high school, and then I think my senior year of high school, I took like a music class and I just started learning the piano a little bit. And I started like writing songs on the piano a little bit. And I was like, like I love the drums. The drums are the only instrument that I feel like have fun playing. But it was like, yo, fuck being just the drummer. Like I want to sing. I like writing melodies. And then I went to Temple for college, and then I just started like teaching myself the guitar in my dorm room at Temple and like recording these super fucking like. I'm sure I still have the recordings. Like, never will I ever put those out. It's super fucking
That's for
cringy
you and you
songs.
only.
Yeah,
That's your audio diary.
I was just like writing songs for a while, and I think I put them out. Maybe I posted them on my Facebook or something. And then maybe like 2016, I think I put out the first song as Mattress Food. Yeah, and then I just kept going, and then and then I started the solo stuff.
Yeah, and then we're all caught up.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Like, any, can you remember any, like, early childhood things? Like, maybe, like, your parents would, like, introduce you? Because I was talking the other day how, like, my dad would blast the Spinners when I was 4. That's the earliest memory I have of music.
I think one of the earliest memories I have probably is my dad. My dad grew up in, my dad's Pakistani, but he went to, like, grade school kind of in Scotland, in like a boarding school. So he grew up in Scotland in like the 80s. And so he's like the whole 80s UK shit. So like the first song I can probably remember hearing probably is There's a Light That Never Goes Out by the Smiths.
Bro.
Yeah. My dad used
to
play like The Cure and the Smiths like all the time when I was a kid.
That makes a lot of sense for Sammy over here.
Yeah. I love The Cure. And so, like, that was my dad's influence. But then I think my mom, she loves, like bachata and, like, reggae and shit. Ooh. So she was playing, like, Bob Marley, and she loves this dude named Alpha Blondie.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
like
fucking sick.
Buena Vista Social Club, shit like that.
Oh, yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking sick.
Yeah.
That's
so I
really
feel like
cool.
I got, like, my dad gave me the super, like, sad, mopey fucking shit, and then my mom gave me, like, the rhythmic, like, yeah.
And that makes Sami Rahman right
Yeah.
there. Honestly, that is pretty much you right now. Like, the chiller vibes of beats and stuff like that, and then the sad boy.
Yeah.
But very UK vibe. You know?
Yeah.
That does, not a fan of Morrissey himself, but...
no, me neither.
The old shit's tight. I'm
Definitely,
not gonna lie. You know? I think everyone's on that page.
Yeah, Morrissey fucking sucks. It's honestly hard for me to even listen to the Smiths now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll be like, that's a great song.
I've always liked The Cure more, so I got them.
Robert Smith is the man.
Yeah.
And also, like, I don't know how much they fucking paid him, but, like, the fact that he was on Blink's best record just makes me be like, all right, you guys had a good record right there. It's really fantastic. Fucking cool, man. So what are your ideas for, like, new Sammy stuff? Because, like, I want to talk about Sink Deep Down.
Sink Deep Down, yeah.
Because that's a lot different than Bird Boy and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Not saying it's bad. Like, Amends has been in my head since I was making that video. Like, I was playing it, like, to be like, all right, what am I going to put on this? And I'm like, oh, shit. This is an anime music video for sure. This is so good.
It is. It fits the vibe perfectly, yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I think I just immediately thought of that, like, quick cut, like, all these, like, intense things happening. Because it's very heartfelt, you know? It almost sounds like it should be an anime song, like, in the show or something.
I feel that, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to do more instrumental things? Because I know I'm going to work on that one single for you.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm sure I'll do like more
pitch
instrumental
down
stuff.
vocal stuff too, because that was hot.
Yeah, it wasn't pitched down at first, but I didn't want it to be. I almost didn't want like any part of myself in it. Do you know what I mean?
Almost sampling yourself.
Yeah, I want it to be like more abstract than like direct. Like this is this person singing to me.
It wasn't a verse; it was a line. You know, just over and over again.
Just like repetition. I want it to be. I want it to be like repetitive. That's why all the songs are so long. Just kind of like trance-inducing, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they sound like a dirtier Geotic, like a little darker, like angrier at times.
Yeah.
Like, did you peep any of those records?
No, I haven't yet.
His newer stuff is like, he normally does like guitars, just on guitars and like sleepy stuff. Recently, he started doing stuff that kind of sounds like Sink Deep Down with like the really clean, like rounded drums.
Yeah.
And fuck, like it's right up your alley.
Word,
think
I'll
dig it a
definitely
lot.
peep it. Yeah.
Like, Because I can see you doing stuff like that with your
Mhm.
Sammy vibe eventually.
Yeah.
I really think you should fuck with, like, your vocals like that more. That was so different, and you got a
Yeah.
cool voice to manipulate too.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I liked it when we, like, I record a lot of stuff, with this dude, John, now. He recorded the Mattress Food album, and he lives in fucking Lancaster, so it's, like, far as fuck to go record, but, like, I feel like we have a pretty good rapport, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
like, if I'm like, I feel like, with a lot of people, I'm kind of like a people pleaser sometimes, so if there's a producer who's, like, doing something that I don't like, sometimes I won't necessarily, like, call him on it, you know what I mean? I won't be
Mhm.
like, "Yo, that sounds like shit." Like, he'll be like, "You like that?" And I'm like, "Dope, dope, dope. Cool, cool, cool. I love it. I love it." But with him, I can kind of be like, "No, you gotta like fucking distort this more." That's honestly the main thing that I fucking tell him. I'm like, "Yeah, like that's cool, but like put distortion on it."
Yeah, okay.
Um,
It
so
sound like the Mattress Food record is so tight. Like,
yeah,
that sounds so good,
yeah,
man.
he's super dope. Yeah, yeah. So he like pitched it down, or maybe I told him to pitch it down, but like we stumbled upon it somehow, and I was like, I fucking like this. But yeah, so like that, I was just listening to a lot of like kind of ambient stuff. Like I got really into Aphex Twin
Oh,
for the
yeah.
first time. Like I'd listened to him before, but I'd never like really, you know what I mean?
I
Like I
just
listened
forced
to
George to listen to, like, all of his stuff, and
yeah,
he's in Boards of Canada now. So,
yeah,
like, I'm like,
word.
"Get into this
It's
shit."
so good.
Yeah, it's so tight.
And yeah, like a lot of like this dude named Tim Hecker.
Oh,
I was listening to
yeah.
him a lot. Yeah,
Oh,
I really love
dude.
that shit.
Mhm.
And so
He's like a real deal. Do you like Square Pusher too?
yeah,
There you fucking go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I just wanted to make something like that, but I think I also wanted to like kind of, if people listen to it, like kind of clear the palette that like I'm not gonna be making this like Bird Boy kind of like
Really? So
trap
you don't wanna
R&B.
go back to that?
Like I'll go back to it, but I just wanted to be like, that's not the only shit I do. Do you know what I mean? Like I've had people come up to me and be like, "Oh, so I heard you're a rapper now," and I'm like, "Yeah, like I rap a little bit, I guess, but I'm not like, you know what I mean?" I
Yeah.
just don't like to be pigeonholed. Like I like exploring all kinds of fucking sounds.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you, like, are you looking for that signature sound eventually, or do you like being like, "Hey, you're not gonna expect the next thing I put out,"
I
type
think
thing?
I'm looking for a signature sound. I think I'm kind of like honing in on it, but I think this was kind of just like an experimental one-off for now, at least.
We definitely gotta reach to find
Yeah,
that sound, you know? You
yeah,
never
yeah,
know,
yeah,
because I really dig this. This is
yeah.
probably, like, up there for me of, like,
Word,
your
word, word.
releases, like,
Oh, thank you.
for real, man, like, Amends is really cool,
Hmm.
and I'm really hoping you make more because I
Yeah.
wanna listen to more.
No, I'm definitely gonna make more stuff like that, but I don't know if I'll make like an entirely instrumental
Album or
like,
something.
so what I'm doing, I've got like a couple projects in the work right now. I write a lot of fucking shit. So like the next thing I'm trying to put out is this kind of more pretty much like hip hop EP with this producer who, you know the song Hero that I put
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
Yeah, so like
The
it's
guy that
like
did Hero with you?
yeah, it's
Word?
like 5 of his beats, including Hero, will be on that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna put that out next, and then the main thing I'm working on, which I'm like really excited about, is an album with John, which is like, I feel like to me it sounds like my sound. Like it's kind of incorporates like the vibe of maybe Sink Deep Down, but with like pop songs. Like all of the songs are really tightly written, but I think it's like the vibe is really kind of
That dark,
downcast. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that dark
yeah.
electronic, like, gives it a breather, gives it that
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's also kind of dancey. Like I'm really stoked on that. Like I'm super taking my time with it.
You kind of, like, peaked at something there, like how you said Hero, because you put that out a minute ago.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna throw Hero on a EP. Are you gonna do that with any of your other many, many singles you've put out? Or, like, any of those, like, precursors to EPs?
I
Like
might.
Hero?
There's only a couple, like, I do, like, there are like 4 or 5 songs from the singles that I put out that I like really like and don't want people to just like forget about.
Mhm.
Like, Apology is one of those, the one that you worked on. Apart. Can't can't remember any of it. But they're definitely
Vulpix or something like that.
no,
That's
like
too older.
yeah, some of the stuff where I'm like, I don't know. To me, it feels kind of whack. Like when I hear myself rap sometimes, if I'm not like. Because sometimes I'll just like do it in one take or something.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And like I listen back to it and I'm like,
Why did I do
I
that
don't
in one
mean any
take?
of these things I'm saying. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Which is like cool, like to do, but I don't wanna like pursue that sound necessarily.
I mean, it's just another flavor for
Yeah.
you, you know?
Yeah.
And it's cool that you have that in your belt and can just like bust that card out at any
Yeah.
time because honestly, not a lot of people can like that do the shit that you do. Like,
Yeah.
not a lot of people can do the Mattress Food set and then turn around and be like, I'm in the middle, I can make it. You know, let's like turn around or like fucking Big Hawk it up like immediately, dog. Like that shit is fun.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I'm really interested to see what this album and other things are to come of Sami Rahman. Any more like music videos? Because I feel like Sami Rahman itself doesn't have a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta get some good videographers.
Yeah,
on
definitely.
You, man. I can introduce you to some.
I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, for
like
sure.
Evan, I'm gonna have him on the podcast. He did the People Eating Fruit music video. So he's really
definitely
fucking good. He knows what to do, man.
Yeah. I think my thing now is like, I feel like last year I was trying to like put out as much stuff as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm trying to do now is like take my time and really make sure what I put out is fucking like incredible and I like fully stand behind it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why some of the singles I put out last year, I feel like were kind of just like amateur shit. I just wasn't super into them even when I was making them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Like with videos, I want to make sure I have like a vision of what I want to shoot.
Amateur with videos, not just
maybe with videos too. I don't know.
Okay.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just want all of it to be like expressing things I really mean and want people to like understand about
100%.
me or something. Yeah.
Especially because you don't have a lot of videos, and like when it is there, it's got to be crucial of like what you are.
Yeah.
So for some reason, that's like how a lot of people like interpret artists, I feel, is their videos.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you how many artists I discovered this past 2 years because a friend's like, yo, check out this weird video or something like that, you know? I was gonna ask something, I forget. What were we talking about? We're talking about music videos, stuff like that, content. Oh yeah. So like, you ever think like the fact of like quality wise, like how we feel like you and me both, like everyone has gone through like putting out only bedroom recordings, and then like they know someone or they get good themselves, and like they know how to finalize a fucking record, and it's like boom, this is a undoubtedly good quality record.
Yeah.
Whether the song content is good or not, that's debatable, but this sounds great type shit. You know, like everyone has worked their way up to that.
Yeah.
But then when they jump over to video, it's like boom, right back to the bottom, like with a fucking cell phone video.
True.
Like no one can do that transition well, I feel. Because I see that all the fucking time. Like great bands with great records are just a really tightly done record and it's promoted well or whatever. And then they do a music video on a cell phone and like spend $300 on promoting it. And it's like, why did you?
Yeah.
Why are you like it's a chain in the process, you know? You got to have a good to have a good end product.
Yeah.
And like,
but it's like you can do a dope video on a cell phone, but it's like
you can
if it seems like you're going for something that isn't a shot on a cell phone look. Do you know what I mean?
Which is 90% of the time, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially
that looks really bad.
People trying to be serious and stuff.
Yeah.
And like even on like HD 1020 whatever on YouTube, it looks grainy and pixelated. It's like I can't connect a little
or like
harder.
It's edited like shit.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Dumb shit over it. Like I feel like that's a huge step in it. Do you feel that same way of like I should take more time with videos?
Definitely,
because that's what I'm doing now. Like I had a couple. I used to make all these like weird, dumb, trippy videos for random songs just because when I was bored and I wanted to make more content, and I thought that would be a good thing. But it really doesn't do much having those, and they're fun to make, but I'd rather like drop a couple bills, pay a friend in their profession, and then have something like I'm super proud of and like
Definitely.
will actually get engagement.
Yeah.
But people are like afraid to spend money, especially on something they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, a lot of videographers, I feel like gyp people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know a lot of people who like I've hit up for the People Eating Fruit video who was like, oh, like $800, oh, like this much money. And it's like, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I have a camera. It's like, what
No,
camera?
that's like, it's really hard with that stuff because even I'm sure you make a post on Instagram and you hashtag it like art or fucking music video or some shit. You get like 12 comments that are like, yo, I make music videos too. DM me, bro. And it's
like,
so
this
hard
is my
to know.
post, first off.
But
you DM me.
It's like that with so many people making art now. Like, and by art I mean like photographers,
Anything.
videographers, whatever. It's definitely hard to know
Who's
what
good?
like yeah.
What's what?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing. This is your industry. You should know. Like, it's hard to do this.
Mhm.
And I just feel like a lot of people shoot themselves in the foot by like jumping over to the video saying, let's get a music
Yeah.
video done. And they rush it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it falls flat. Like, I feel like a lot of your videos, I mean, a lot of your songs could like really go if you had a super, super well done video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can see you crushing it, dog, in the video
thank you,
game, man. Because you're good looking and like all these
Oh.
fucking selfies and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You got it, man.
Yeah.
What are some ideas for like what's to come? Anything people should be expecting from you?
Yeah. The EP, I mean, there'll be like more projects. I think I'm trying not to, because me personally, I love albums. Like, I love like,
Do you like releasing albums?
Like,
though, because
I like releasing albums, but I like when I listen to an artist, if they have a bunch of singles out, I might not even check them out because I like a statement. You know what I mean? Like, I like, can you make like a cohesive like experience? So I think I'm trying to not really do singles, or like I'm trying to not do singles that won't be on a project. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to.
So these singles are gonna maybe make their
like
way
if I
back
put out
around.
singles this year, they'll probably be on something. Yeah. So I'm trying to like, I don't know. I'm trying to make like more a more immersive experience, I guess. I don't know.
I definitely feel that with Sink Deep Down.
Yeah.
Because like by the third song hit, I'm like, are we still fucking listening to Sammy right now?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like, oh shit, the song's still going. You
Uh-huh.
know? I thought it like auto played to something else. I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
you know what I
word.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can see you doing that, but yeah, man, you have a lot of goddamn singles. I thought you
Mhm.
were not about albums, actually.
Yeah, no. That was just because I just make a lot of fucking music, and I was just like, when the fuck am I gonna put this shit out?
Preaching
Like,
to the choir.
yeah, definitely.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I think like if you put out a lot of singles, sometimes it's hard to know where to start. So I'm trying to kind of focus
Take
everything.
a step back.
Yeah, and if like,
So should people expect less from you this year and more monumental?
yeah, they should
things?
expect maybe more time between things, but when it drops, it'll be like fucking much better.
Less quality and more Less
Less
quantity
quantity, more
and more quality.
Less quality, more quantity. 2020.
Oh my God. I think I'm going to end on that because that's kind of funny.
All right,
So,
word.
Sammy, thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks
Probably
for having me.
probably have you on next time you drop something dope.
Hell yeah.
Go check out Sink Deep Down
Yeah.
on all the things. Go check out Adventures in Technicolor too. That's some like dope ass rock shit. If you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
any rock, you're gonna fucking like that record.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Later.